Hello everyone, I welcome you all to Keralatam CBSE School Indoor online classes. In previous class, we discussed how to multiply decimal numbers. So today, I will give some more examples on multiplying decimal numbers. So now we will discuss example 7 in page number 50. So here in example 7, page number 50, it is given an example. The side of an equilateral triangle is 3.5 centimeter. So, side of the equilateral triangle is 3.5 centimeter. So, what do you mean by equilateral triangle? Where in a triangle where all the sides are equal to each other. Means if one side is 3.5 centimeter, then all the sides will be 3.5 centimeter only. Why? You know that in an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal to each other. Therefore, if one side is 3.5 centimeter, then all three sides are 3.5 centimeters only. Now find its perimeter. Find its perimeter means sum of or product of these three sides of triangle. So we should multiply here. How many sides are there in a triangle? Totally three sides are there of each side of length 3.5 centimeter. So that in solution they have given that all the sides of an equilateral triangle are equal. All the sides are equal in equilateral triangle. So length of each side, length of the side, we are given that. Therefore, length of each side equals to 3.5 centimeter. And now we are calculating perimeter means therefore perimeter equals to how many sides are there in a triangle? Three sides will be there in a triangle. Here each side is of 3.5 centimeter. Therefore 3 into 3.5 centimeter. So what you will get? Here 3.5 into 3 means 3 5 is 15, 3 3 is 9. Here after one digit we have 3 3 is 9. Here we have one carry means 9 plus 1 what we get 10. So here after one digit we have decimal point. So here also we will consider one decimal point. So what we got 3 into 3.5 means 10.5 centimeter. 10.5 centimeter. This is the perimeter of this triangle. Why we considered 3 here? There are three sides of each side equal to 3.5 centimeter. Therefore, 3 into 3.5. So here 3 5s are 15. Means here 1 carry and here we will get 5. 3 3 is 9 plus 1 means 10. So here after one digit we have 1. Here we have decimal point after one digit. So here we will consider one decimal point after one digit. So 10.5 centimeter is the perimeter of this triangle. So now we will see next example. Here in the eighth example, which is in page number 50 only, the length of the rectangle is 7.1 centimeter. So we consider one rectangle. The length of the rectangle is 7.1 centimeter and breadth is 2.5 centimeter. What is the area of the rectangle? Area of the rectangle. So here in solution we have to find out the area of the rectangle. So length of the rectangle, they have given that length of the rectangle equals to 7.1 centimeter. Next, breadth of the rectangle. Breadth of the rectangle, which is equals to 2.5 centimeter. 2.5 centimeter. Now they are asking area of the rectangle. So area of rectangle equals to, what is the formula? Area of rectangle always equals to length into breadth. This is the formula for area of a rectangle. So area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. We will get. So what is length? They have given 7.1 centimeter into breadth. They have given that 2.5 centimeter. So now we have to multiply 7.1 and 2.5. Here 7.1 length and breadth is 2.5. So 7.1 into 2.5. So what we can do here, I will consider 71 and 25. I will not consider this decimal point. I will not consider this decimal point. So 25 into 1 means what we will get? 25 into 1, 25. So here 2 is carried, here we will get 5. And 25 into 7. 25 into 7 means what you will get? 175. So 175 plus 2 means what you will get? 177. Okay. So what we got here? 1775. But here you have to consider decimal point. How to consider decimal point? You can see here in 7.1 also. Here you can see in 7.1, this after this decimal point only one digit is there. After this decimal point only one digit is there. So again here also you can see in 2.5. Here also after this decimal point only one digit is there. Listen carefully. In 7.1, after this decimal point only one digit is there. In 2.5 also, here also you can see after this decimal point only one digit is there. So we have to consider decimal point where we have to add these two. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 plus 1 equals to 2 means here after 2.2 digits we have to consider decimal point. After 2 digits, why? Here we can see after decimal point only one digit is there. Here also after decimal point only one digit is there. So 1 plus 1 means 2. So here 71 into 25. So when you get 71 into 25, after 2 digits or after 2 numbers you should consider decimal point. So the answer is 17.75 centimeter square. So here I will write 7.1 into 2.5 means 17.75 centimeter square. Why it is centimeter square? Always you should mention area of rectangle in centimeter square only. So the product of 7.1 into 2.5 equals to 17.75 centimeter square. So now we will see they have given one table in page number 51. Multiplication of decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000. What they are given here? Multiplication of decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000. You can see here in table they have given in page number 51 1.76 into 10. 1.76 into 10. So here you can write it as this 1.76 can be written as, you can see here after decimal point how many digits are there? 2 means this is at the position 10th position, this is at the 100th position, means 1 by 100 position. So here we can write this as 176 divided by 100. This 1.76 can be written as 176 divided by 100 into remaining is 10. Okay. So now 1.76 into 10 means what we can write here. They have given answer as 17.6. 1.76 into 10 means 17.6. What they did here, digits are same. Here also we have 1. Here also in product also we have 1. Here also it is 7. This is also 7. Here this is 6 and this is also 6. So now you can see here after this 1 we have 1 decimal point. But here after 7 we have decimal point. How to consider decimal point? You can see here 1.76 into 10. In 10, how many zeros are there? In this 10, how many zeros are there? Only one zero. Okay, so 1.76 into 10 means in 10 only one zero is there. So when you multiply 1.76 into 10, so because of one zero is there, we will move this decimal point one point towards right side. One digit next towards right side. So we will move this 1 point or one digit towards right side means what it becomes after 7 we will get decimal point. So 17.6 we will get. Listen carefully what we did here. 1.76 into 10. Okay. So first here what we have written. We have written this 1.76 in the form of 176 divided by 100. How to write 176 divided by 100? You can see here after this decimal point only 2 digits are there. So this 7 is at the position 1 by 10. This 6 is at the position 1 by 100. So here you can write this 176 by 100 into remaining is 10. This is equals to, so in product 1.76 into 10, what you can do? Here in 10 only one zero is there, means we will move this zero only one step towards right side, means this decimal point will come after 7. So here we got 17.6. So first we multiplied with 10. Now we will check with 100. 1.76 into 100. Okay, this is equals to, how to write it? 1.76 in fractional number. As you know, this 7 is at the position 1 by 10, 6 is at the position 1 by 100. So you can write it as 1 by 176 divided by 100 again into what they are given here, 100. Okay, this is equals to, now you can see in 100 how many zeros are there. Here 1.76 into 100 means how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. So what we have to do here, we will move this decimal point towards the right side 2 digits. So now this decimal point comes after 2 digits, means after 7 and 6. So that what we will get 176. Now we will consider on decimal point 0. 176.0, or you can write directly as 176 only. Both are same, 176.0 or 176. Listen carefully how to write. 1.76 into 100 means how many zeros are there? 2 zeros. So I will move 2 digits right side. So what it becomes? After 7 and 6 decimal point will come. So 176 point, after point I will consider 0, 176.0, or you can write it as directly 176. Okay. So now we will multiply with 1000. 1.76 into 1000. Here first we multiplied with 10, after that 100, now with 1000. So now how to write this 1.76? Like this only, 176 divided by 100 only into remaining value is 1000. 1000 equals to. So now you can see there are 3 digits, or sorry, there are 3 zeros. In 1000 how many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. So what we have to do? We have to move this decimal point 3 steps or 3 digits right side. What we have to do? We have to move this decimal point 3 digits right side. But here we have only 2 digits. Listen carefully. Here in 1000 we have 3 digits. Okay? Sorry, 3 zeros. So we have to move this decimal point 3 digits right side. So that what we have to do here? But here we have only 2 digits. So I will consider 1 0 here. So 1. First I will write these 2 digits, 7, 6. After this we have to move this decimal point 3 digits, because here we have 3 zeros. So but here we have only 2 digits. So I will consider 1 0 here. After this 0 I can consider this decimal point. Now after this decimal point I can consider 0, or you can directly write it as 1760, 1760. This is how to multiply decimal number with 10, 100 and 1000. So what is the basic concept here? First you should consider, or you should you should count number of zeros. In 10 how many zeros are there? Only 1 zero is there, means you should move this decimal point only 1 step or 1 digit towards right side. So what you get here? 17.6. Here you can see in 100 how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. Therefore you should move this decimal point 2 steps or 2 digits right side. So what you will get here? 176.0, or you can directly write it as 176. And here in 1000 how many digits, how many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. So you have to move this decimal point 3 digits towards right side. But here we have only 2 digits after this decimal point. So that we will consider another 0 here. So first we will write 76, after this 176, and third digit we will write it as 0, because we have to move 3 digits right side. This decimal point should be moved 3 digits right side. So we will consider 0 here. After this we can consider this decimal point. After this I will write 0 here. Or you can directly write it as 1760. Okay? So in this table only, again they have given some more decimal numbers, and you should multiply those decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000. In next column they have given 2.35 into 10, 2.35 into 100, 2.35 into 1000. Only the basic thing is you should count number of zeros here, and you should move this decimal point according to the number of zeros. So try to multiply given decimal numbers with 10, 100 and 1000, and they have given some examples to try solve those examples. So in next class I will continue with exercise 2.6. Thank you all.